All right, so now without further ado, I'd like to invite up on stage the chairman of the Association of Mutual Funds in India, which is a body representing the entire mutual fund industry of the country with assets under management of 23 lakh crore rupees. He's also the CEO of the Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management Company. Please join me in welcoming Mr. A. Balasubramanian as he delivers the opening address.
Good evening, everyone. Warm welcome to each one of you. So I also take the pleasure of inviting Mr. Jayant Sinha as a chief guest, Honorable Minister, State Civil Aviation, and guest of honor for today's event, Mr. G. Mahalingam, a whole-time member of SEBI, and Mr. Muralidhar Rao, Executive Director of SEBI, and all members of the AMFI Industries Fraternity and Associates. Let me just begin by saying we all should feel extremely proud to be part of the mutual fund industry, only because of one reason. The industry has now become one of the largest in the financial market, as one of the financial intermediary in the capital market. I measured the success of MF industry in two forms, in the 3-4 forms. One, of course, the growth of the size of the industry from 8.25 crores now has gone to about 21.36 as of FY18. The number today stands about 23 lakh crores. You can just see 159% growth from 2014. It itself reflects how confidence got built in investing in mutual fund. Second, I'll again measure on the basis of folios. We used to have about 3.8 crores folios. Today that stands to about 7.13 crore folios. Having said that, one of the measurements that we take in terms of folios, we also look at the unique customer base. The number keeps varying between 1.8 crore customer base to about 2 crores customer base, which is again uniqueness to the industry in terms of having single PAN number investors. The second is, alternatively, the whole business model is built. One, of course, each one of the industry players puts in their hard work. At the same time, there are fraternity like distribution platform also to work with the entire industry, which about 88% of the industry is coming from the distribution community. That growth also is coming. It's about the number which was for 2014, it was 60,000 IFAs. Today we have about 1,07,000 distributors who are registered with AMFI. And third is about since the time SEBI introduced B15, T15, I always used to say in any marketing textbook, there is no mention about B15 as one of the terminology. Thanks to Indian regulator, post the re-energizing Indian mutual fund industry in 2012, they coined the word called T15, B15, which now got redefined as a T30 and B30. And 2014, the B15 size of that industry was 1.25 lakh crore, 1,20,000 crores. Today stands at 4,40,000 crores. They again shows the rate of growth that has come between T15 and B15. This again reflects how the industry went about penetrating into the various markets. While we have done everything quite nicely, there is another measurement which I take, which is as a percentage of the banking industry size. The number used to be about 12% of the banking industry size about 5 years back. The mutual fund industries as a percentage of the banking industry's deposit size, and today that stands at 18%. Whereas when we compare that with the US, is 100% of the mutual fund industry size is equivalent to the banking industry size there. So we still have a long way to go. Having done that, this analysis I just did it. I thought let's just look at the whole country, divided into various bucket. The first one is actually the deposit base, which is the RBI reported number. 50% of the deposit base is coming from just 5 states: Maharashtra, Delhi, UP, Karnataka, West Bengal, and then rest of them coming from rest of the cities. Whereas I look at it from the population based point of view, 50% of the population coming from UP, Maharashtra and other things, and then the go down, it again come from different parts of the country. Population is widespread, whereas deposit is concentrated in 5-6 market. At the same time, the per capita income, the highest range is about 2,48,000 per capita income, and the low is about 77,000 numbers. So one of the things which we are just debating, such a large widespread opportunity that exists in India, both in terms of deposit base, as well as on population spread across the country, and per capita income moving from 77,000 to 2,48,000, we felt there is a need to do our entire promotion of mutual fund industries completely different from what we have been doing. Having seen success, I think mutual fund SIA is something which has been widely appreciated by all the players, including our own competing industries such as insurance and banking. They do talk about mutual fund SIA has been highly effective in reaching the message to the population across the country. There are various initiatives that we have done in the last 2 years in taking the message of mutual fund to the larger population. At the same time, opportunity remains very big on the basis of the previous slides, which talks about population, it talks about per capita income, it talks about how the deposit base is spread. Still about out of 1.4 crore population, if you have to reach, about 125 crore population, if you have to reach, is going to be a tall order. And that's why we said that the Nivesh is something which is going to drive I just put this number in 2017, exactly the same room when we launched Nivesh, as well as mutual fund SIA. The prediction then in 2017 for 2018 was about 22.4 lakh crore. And today we are in excess of that. I'm just taking the simple mathematics of 22% CAGR growth for the last 6 years. The pre-formation of the government 2 years I took, and post-formation of government 4 years. So 6 years rate of growth about 22%. If you simply extend that, then the industry has got the potential of taking about 94 lakh crore kind of size by 2025, which again has to come from Jan Nivesh kind of event, where every customer should own actually the mutual fund. And that's the way when as a committee, in mutual fund we have a committee which is comprising of representatives from various mutual fund industries. We sit together and keep debating and discussing what all we need to do in order to take the industry to the next level. And one such idea which came jointly with ET now, which is that we have to make mutual fund to be owned by every citizen of the country. And that's the way the Jan Nivesh came. And then we coined actually like mutual fund SIA, coining our word. We came with the saving of every savings, which is nothing but aaj ki kamai bhavishya mein kaam aaye. So that's the way we said that we need to take actually to the next level. The way we have planned is actually that the Jan Nivesh program is going to be the ground level activities jointly with ET now and various other market intermediaries in order to ensure that we take it to the every household as part of the message, in order to ensure that everybody becomes actually one of the mutual fund industry partners. So that's why we have put this model. And thanks for your presence, Mr. Jain Sinha, to be part of us, and Mr. Mahalingam to be part of the event. And look forward to your message to all of us to take this industry to the next level. Thank you.